Are we rolling? I always wait to I see the clock rolling, but I don't see my image up yet. So I always wait till I see the image on my preview here. So this is Marcus Fingaz. I am a music producer, composer, focusing on sync licensing and movie trailer music. I compose for uh, I have music at Disney theme parks. I have music opening up the world tour for Little John and Pitbull right now. I have music at museum exhibits, music on various TV shows, video game trailers, TV trailers, movies, all kinds of things. So sync licensing and movie trailers. And I have this podcast. Be sure to check out the links in the description of this podcast. This podcast is sponsored by STS, which makes some great plugins and sounds for us to use as music creators. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the Spitfire Symphony Orchestra from Spitfire Audio. I have my Spitfire Audio template here. I also have my custom Logic Pro colors. You can check out how to access that in the description. But when I get a new Spitfire Audio plugin, again, this was provided by some of the people that I work with that provide great plugins for me to review. So shout out to them for providing this. I believe I have a lot of the plugins in this one template that I have. This is my Spitfire Audio template. So all of my Spitfire Audio plugins are in here. I create templates for plugins where I have a lot of them from one company. Spitfire Audio, I have over 50, maybe a little bit more than this. I don't have them all in here, but yeah, so there we go. But we're going to talk about the Spitfire Symphony Orchestra because they just updated this orchestra. I didn't have it before, so this is my first time using it, period. My main Spitfire Audio Orchestra, I started out using the originals Epic Strings, and then the originals Intimate Strings, and then the originals Epic Brass and Woodwinds, and then I graduated to Albion 1. They gifted that to me a couple of years ago. So I mostly use Albion 1 in my music productions for trailer and sync when I need just an ensemble. When I need solos, I might go to some of the solo instruments, but yeah, so Albion 1 is basically a staple there. So I want to see how this stacks up. And again, I haven't used this before, so I'm going to go to the chord patches, and I'm going to do sort of a overall sound test. And then we have the symphonic brass. I believe what was added in the update, this is a new update they provided, are the solo strings, which I'm interested in hearing how those sound. So I'm going to go to chord patches first, and we're going to just bring in, actually, I think these are extras from the symphonic extras they just released, which I reviewed in another video. So I'm going to skip that on that. We'll go to curated ensembles. We'll do brass ensemble. So yeah, check out my Spitfire, my review of the Spitfire Symphony Extras or Symphonic Extras. The names are eluding me at this time, but brass ensemble. Let's see what this sounds like. I have a volume pedal that is adjusting the expression here, and then I have my modulation wheel that I can use for dynamics. I'm going to mute the microphone while I play because sometimes the sound comes back into the microphone. So I'm going to play a couple sounds here, and what I'll do is I'll go through the curated ensembles and play a little bit of each and some of the articulations. So you'll see me change those here. Here we go. That one. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, that choir thing, the labeling is throwing me off. But the sounds are great. Let's go to strings. I won't do a full plugin review. You can go into their YouTube page, check out reviews that they've done on their page. So let's see and hopefully hear the sound that I want to hear from when it says strings. So I'm going to mute again, play through these strings, different articulations here. I'm going to turn on the close mic. You have different mic options, close, tree, ambient. You have different options down here. Again, I won't review all those. You have different options over here for the mixing and signals, but check out their full overview on their YouTube channel. And there's some of the room noise in there. That's usually fine. But if you want to do some extra cleaning, that's more work on you. So not bad with the strings there. Again, like I said, some of these, like if I go to cool strings and I'm gonna play the note out long, you'll hear, or when I let go of the note towards the end of the decay of the note, you hear a lot of that noise coming in. Not a fan of that, but it is what it is. So you hear like some of the noise of the studio. People are moving around when they're playing strings, but again, I think you hear it a lot on this one. So yeah, some of the noise that's built in could have been cleaned up a little better. And I know Spitfire Audio gets a lot of flack for that, but such is life. Let's see. Did it just freeze up on me? I want to bring in. Okay, I want to bring in the 2D ensembles. The sounds itself are great. Again, is this going to replace? I might have to try doing some like trailer stuff, replacing Albion 1 with this one. I'll probably be layering them together at some point, but I want to replace it to see if I hear much of a difference. So this is 2D ensembles. I'm going to mute and play through some of these articulations. I'm going to bring in the close mic. That will be good for some holiday. We'll be getting back into holiday music probably in about 2 months. So that would be a good sort of ensemble sound for holiday music. Great sounds there. This choir thing is throwing me off. Woodwind ensembles. Again, this is just a curated ensembles. Then I'll get to the new. I'm not going to play through all the sounds here, but Beast. I just realized the volume was low on the plugin itself. I could turn the volume up in the DAW. There we go. So sorry for that. All right, that was Q&A ensembles. Let's go to, I'll play a couple of the individual techniques. I believe the solo strings, as mentioned, are new, and we'll get to that down there. But let's just go to individual techniques here, and I will go to all subbanks, and we will load in. Nope, I will not do that because there's a lot there. We'll just go to orchestral harp. I want to hear what the harp sounds like, just a normal harp. I do have the Spitfire Audio harp, I believe, but let's see what this sounds like. I'm trying to load in. It might. Okay. Some other techniques there, but harp doesn't sound too bad. I'm going to go to individual techniques. We'll go to solo strings. You know what? We'll come back because I believe that's the same as what I'm hearing down here. I believe we'll do symphonic brass. I'll just do the full bass trombone solo. Oh, that says fall. Reading is fundamental. We'll do short staccato. This should be almost like a fun. But you have a lot here. Again, I'm not going to go through all these, but you can break out to different brass instruments, and then you can break out to different percussion. I didn't do percussion yet. I don't think I have an ensemble that I've opened up yet. Pause. But we will play some of the bongos. Let's see where my range is. And then this tells you some of the key switches you can do to get some different sounds. Let's listen to some of the snares. See what those. That roll is really loud, but I actually like that. And there's some context where I could use that. I'm trying to do the expression. Almost like military snare. And I'll play the third one. The third one, I only see a couple articulations here. I don't know if I would have included the third one if it didn't have as many as the first two. All right, let's go to tom ensemble. Not bad there. I'm not going to go through all these. Let's go back to strings. We played some string things, but now we can break these out to different parts. You have basses and cello and ensembles and violas. I'm not going to play through those. Then you also have symphonic woodwinds. Let's go to other. There's a piano in here, which is kind of cool. Let's see what that sounds like. And I have way more pianos than I could ever need. We could add in the close mic. Actually, let's just do close mic. It's not bad. I mean, lately I've just been using the Logic stock piano. I played a harp earlier. Let's see how this. What's happening? What's happening? About to say, don't do too many of those. I think it sounds like the harp I just played. Then we have the glissandi, which also isn't loading up. Now those, I like those. Let's get out of here. We have solo strings. I want to get into the solo strings a little bit. We'll go to all techniques because I do a lot of neoclassical trailer stuff, neoclassical stuff. So I want to see what these solo strings sound like compared to what I normally use. Long is fine. I might do close mic pause. And that's just solo cello, or this might be all strings. I wanted to listen to spiccato. That's mostly what I use for the trailer stuff. And I typically use another Spitfire audio plugin called the Abbey Road 2 collection. So I might stick with Abbey Road 2. It's a little bit sharper with shorts. Yeah, I'll probably stick to the Abbey Road 2, but this is good to have like an all-in-one if you don't have those already. Performance legato. Let's listen to this. If it doesn't take too long to load up. So I like the performance. What it says here is you're playing, it will react to your playing without having to switch articulations. So let's see. I'm going to play some different things here with the solo cello. What I like about some of the plugins that start bringing in this functionality is that it reacts to how I'm playing. So if I play a short note, it's staccato or spiccato. If I play a long note, so it's reacting to how I'm playing, which is great. I'll do violin. So I'm getting a little bit of a delay. It might be my computer itself, but sometimes I'm playing it in time, but sometimes it's being delayed when I play it back. But I do like the reaction performance. All right, let's keep going. Did I do technique collections? I think I did that. So I do like the solo strings being added. Symphonic brass, percussion. I think I played through some of those before, so I'm not going to make this much longer than what it already is. Pause. But I do like what it is. Again, Spitfire Audio have provided this to me at no charge. So shout out to them for providing this to me for review. If I didn't have Albion 1, actually this has some things that Albion 1 doesn't have, but I don't know if I would have purchased this because I already have Albion 1 and a lot of other string libraries. But if you're looking for a good starting point, this maybe it's definitely updated, more updated than Albion 1. At the percussion, I'm not fully sold on. I do like the Darwin and Albion 1. Let me go back to symphonic percussion. But I do use some other plugins for percussion. I'm looking for more of a percussion ensemble, which I don't think there was one, where I could have different sounds across the whole keyboard. These, as I mentioned, I believe are from the extras. So if you check out the Spitfire Symphony extras, again, very confusing. You can get access to these. I have these in another review where I review the extras. But yeah, let me get right here. Percussive ensembles, contemporary. I missed this one, and I want to check out the snare one. So let me play through some of these. Go into hands and hits if that loads up. I'm hoping there's like some claps and things. Again, not bad what's in there, but I have a lot of these sounds already. What is that? Like a roll. We got some metal clangs. What would be helpful is if they, okay, so I wasn't clicking on some of these, but if they color coordinate it to tell me where exactly these sounds were. So if this was the green, maybe make this green instead of me trying to guess where it is. Because I still don't know where the range is. But let's go to snare ensemble. I want to hear if this has the rolls that I liked from the snare 2 or 3. Not bad. It's just I want to be able to control the roll. Pause. So those two I like, because when I let go, that's when the roll stops. and that's the brush, it sounds like. So I do like that. Then we have traditional orchestra ensemble wise. What does that mean? Cymbals. Different metals, cymbals. Nothing too crazy there. Was there anything else? Where was that at? Percussion. We have tune percussion, which would be the bells, Celeste, tubular bells. I use these a lot. Usually just a stock, because it's usually just playing one note. Usually I just use a stock Logic tubular bell sound. It's hard to really mess this up. Yeah, I've never heard anyone say, that's the best tubular bell I've ever heard. Timpani can be hit or miss. Let's see what this sounds like. What's up here? So I'm playing the bottom octave. And then I notice when I play the top octave, it also plays the bottom one. So I don't know if that means it's two are playing at once. I'm not really hearing a difference. So I don't know what's happening there, but not bad. Typically, let's go to glockenspiel. I do use this a lot for melodic, when you're trying to do like Harry Potter-ish style fantasy. Something like this. There are some frequencies in there that I would filter out. Again, I don't know what these two octaves mean. Because when I go down an octave, maybe I can... yeah, I don't know what's happening there. I am playing an octave lower, but it's still playing the same notes up there. Let's go to Celeste, again, also for fantasy stuff. Again, I'm not going to play through all these tune percussion, but just to give you an overview of what's in here. So I know I was sort of all over the place, but I am going to use this in some of my next creations just to see, how it compares to sounds that my ear has been tuned to, mainly the Albion 1 stuff from Spitfire Audio. And I have added to my template here. So I have a bunch of, as you can tell, Spitfire Audio plugins that over the years I've collected or they've provided me. So yeah, there's some that I would like to add to my collection. I believe there's one called The Stack, which is not, I have the free version, but there's one called Aperture The Stack, which I believe I would like to add. Yeah, so there's a couple out there, but I have a lot. Beggars can't be choosers, and I have way more than I'll ever use or need. But thank you for tuning in. This video is much longer than I thought it was going to be, but shout out to the team that provided this plugin for me to check out. Definitely check out the Spitfire Symphony Orchestra or Symphonic Orchestra. It is available on their site. I will include a link in the description where you can check it out. Also, some other links to some great resources you can use, some resources I provide, including you can find out how to get my custom Logic Pro color templates. This one is called Seafoam Ocean Mist, I believe, or Blue Seafoam, something like that. I have one called Blackout. I also have one called Beef and Broccoli. So you can check out some sample packs and courses I have on my site. Just go to defingaz.com, use the code SYNC. I hope to have my cinematic percussion MIDI pack out this week, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, just be safe and be well, and I will see you in the next video. All right, peace.